Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you to all of my previous speakers and to Bill and Sumi and everyone for organizing this extraordinary forum. I think the content's been fantastic. It's quite extraordinary how much change there is, and how all of us in the hotel industry, the change is probably irreversible. And it was interesting that our speakers from Agoda and IHG with Robert were recognizing that habits are being formed, and that change is in fact irreversible. What we're going to show, we've done a survey ourselves at QUO to figure out what domestic tourists, what we believe domestic tourists are going to do. We've gone to the domestic market and taken a decent sized sample from the market, and we've also gone to hotels and asked the hotel general managers what they expect. There is some disparity. Some quick background. If you look at amounts of visits to cities in Thailand up to April this year, there was a drop of 99.3% in visits to city visits across Thailand in 2020 because of the virus. In May, it was down 97%. The numbers, as Jesper was talking about, as Nihat's talking, as we're all saying, are shocking. Obviously from 2018 and 2019, you can see on the right-hand side that there's between 40 and 41 million visits to other cities, to Bangkok. Sorry, if you just drop back. That there is a fairly equal distribution across the north and south of the country, and the central parts of the country for other cities. I won't go into too much detail because the meat is later on. But what are the facts? What are people looking for? We went to a cross-section of the market of travelers between the ages of 20 and 60. We're located in different locations. We went to hotel general managers from Bangkok, Phuket, Samui, Pattaya, Krabi, and Chiang Mai, and we were looking at both hotels and resort properties. What do the papers say? Everyone's talking about this great return through domestic travel. Is it true? Go on. So yes, it's true to say that there is a pent-up demand for domestic travel, and as the other speakers have said, we've seen that already in Hue Hin and Pattaya and Khao Yai and other places close to Bangkok. What the travelers are saying, the hoteliers are expecting the travelers to return by Q3. What the travelers are saying is the majority are looking to return by Q4. So there is a disparity in expectation where the hotels are expecting the travelers to come back sooner. The travelers themselves are looking at coming back slightly later. There is a spike in hotel searches, as you can see on the left-hand side, but the major spike looking for destination and looking to book is in November. It's not that much before November. So we've still got, unfortunately, a long way to go. As everyone has said, and we won't dwell on this, most people want to travel by car. They feel safer by car. And there's, versus pre and post COVID, there's a pretty much equal desire to travel by plane. Where do they want to go? Predominantly, we're seeing that travelers want to go to resorts. Again, as everyone's saying, and as we've all said, the outlook, the prognosis for Bangkok and for Chiang Mai and for other cities in Thailand is not that great. 65% of travelers want to go to the beach. They want to get out, and only 16%, which is a drop from 35% that want to visit cities. Mountains or getting out to the mountains is also slightly higher. Where are they going to go? The majority of 46% will go to the central part of the country. Good news for the south. Good news for Krabi, Samui, Phuket. 33% are looking to visit the south, which obviously means that they're more likely to fly. But that in fact is clearly good news. There's a rise, and this is not a surprise to us from a branding point of view. There's a security and international brand, and more travelers will stay in international brands than before the crisis, and more travelers are looking to stay in local brands. Interestingly, a lot of people were talking about vacation rentals being in demand. We're not seeing that from this survey. And independent hotels are losing after the crisis. We're looking at independent, perhaps less known, less secure, or perceived as being less secure. Will have to do stronger marketing. And if you can go on to, so what we're saying is that if you just go back, 78% there. Then of the 78% are believing in the brand's reputation and values, and those are the hotels that people are looking to choose. No surprise on this chart, people are looking for hygiene. I think it's over 55% of travelers have ranked health and hygiene and safety of their family as their top concern. And this is very interesting. People are feeling less comfortable. I mean, it's maybe antithetical to what I was just saying, but people are feeling less comfortable flying than they were before the crisis, and they're certainly equally less comfortable staying in vacation rentals. What are the tactics that the majority of tactics and strategies here, and where they differ for hotels and resorts? What's extremely interesting is we're seeing that 70% of hotels are looking at digital and a digital strategy, and over 70% are looking at staff training. In the resort sector, we're not seeing that. So given that there's a majority of people that want to go to resorts and are looking to go to resorts, there's clearly a need to up your digital and technology, your strategy for attracting visitors, and particularly as we were listening to the IHG and Agoda guys, to be able to book directly and to be able to book through some sort of mobile device. Travel intent is growing. To finalize, travel intent is certainly growing. There's no question about that. We've got a long way to go. It's not gonna happen overnight. As we were saying, it's the beginning of the beginning. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. But it's not going to be until in September or October where we're going to have even more clarity and be able to see strong green shoots and a more positive outcome. I wish you all to be well. Thank you.